So we'll have that chat open, and towards the end, I'll pop back in and have this exchange of question and answers. Over to you.
Looking forward to you. Hope that you had a so far great HR week. So, good morning to all participants of HR week listening to us. It would be ideal if I could see you, but nevertheless, I will tell you a story of our Erste Bank way of change. But let me first introduce myself to you. I'm new CEO of Erste Bank in Serbia, and although this is a new position for me, I'm already for 17 years in the bank. I have 30 years of banking experience, and it has been quite an interesting, challenging, sometimes even fun journey for me. Seems that experiment back then when I joined banking 30 years ago turned out to be my lifetime commitment and a passion as well. Becoming CEO, it's a huge personal change. For me, it was a career step I never dreamt of. And to be quite frank with you, I thought that I was not ready to take it. Anecdote is when I had an interview in front of our holding board in Vienna, and I was asked whether I was ready to take the CEO position. My first response was, no, I'm not ready. Then I heard something I want to share with you today, that when offered the position, men although might have 5 out of 10 competencies needed for the position, tend to say with a confidence that they are ready. And we, ladies, when having 9 out of 10, we tend to say that we are not ready. Why is that? Might psychologists here present might say to us, but my message to you is take the leap. You are ready more than you think. So my final decision was yes, I'm ready to take it. I took it, and I'm very happy that it happened. And it happened on the 1st of June this year. I still consider myself in a kind of a transition period where I'm trying to answer to myself on the 3 most important questions. First one, what kind of a CEO am I and what to become? What do I stand for? Second one is what my team needs from me. And the third one, how to make our bank even more successful institution in the period to come. For all of those, enormous amount of listening is needed on one hand side. On the other, I'm empowering my team members to do things right and help me make the best out of my new position. And I'm aware that my personal change is an important lever of a change for the whole organization, not only for me. Our second lever of change is the restructuring of the whole board, which happened at the same time. 2 new, 2 old board members, different backgrounds, different experiences, different personal drivers, I would say. Aligned, toned from the top, common vision and shared strategy is my aim for our board. This is the process we are going through right now, through numerous sessions building trust in the first place among ourselves, and in parallel co-creating a common vision for the future of our bank. Let me tell you something about our Erste Bank. Erste Bank in Serbia, like in other countries, is a successful bank. We are the oldest financial institution in Serbia. We exist almost 160 years. We are incumbent, profitable, and respectable institution. On the other hand, we live in a highly uncertain, ever-changing era. Politics are changing, climate is changing, economy is changing, competition as well. And we are currently having, I would say, too much history per capita. We see our mission on helping our society to prosper by being the first financial health company in Serbia. We want to contribute to the well-being of our clients, our shareholders, our society where we live and operate in. And by developing ourselves, we are growing our brand as well. Brave vision with a lot of changes and transformational efforts in front of us. One of the biggest changes has started in terms of changing complete IT technology in our bank. For us, this is not only the last one, but only the beginning of all the changes, and first step, but enormous, several years lasting effort and huge search. This change of RT is really huge, demanding, challenging project, driving us up and down. And in order to portray for you what does it mean for us from the effort point of view, let me tell you that 150 different processes in the bank will be changed, 100 different modules, applications, and integrations connecting them, 20 vendors working with us, and 300 team members of ours working on a project every day. And after a lot of work, sweat, and tears, we see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we go live and we are finishing our project as planned on the 1st of May 2023. The question is how to cope with all of those changes in parallel. I want to share with you one simple slide, which will be shown to you right now. Thank you. The slide is not mine, but from Columbia University, and the course I have attended on strategy and change. It says that there are three main elements of every change that must exist and be worked on, communicated from the top to down, to every part of the organization, and ensured in order to give a chance to any change to be successful. First one, being dissatisfaction with the current reality and state together with healthy disengagement from the past, which represents answer to questions why we are starting any change in the organization. Second is vision for the future or answer to the questions where we are going. And last is a process or a plan of a change or answer to how to execute it. And as you can see, here is the recipe for any structural change to fail. Without disengagement with the past, your change does not have a sense of urgency, I would say, buy-in of the most important stakeholders in the organization. Your wish for change will be finishing forgotten in a drawer. If you want to start a change, make the organization dissatisfied with the current state. This is the only way you can start. Secondly, without a clear vision and well-defined strategic objective for the future, your organization most probably will face anxiety and frustration, being dissatisfied with the current status and no clue where to push the change. Strategy is, needless to say, top management job. In our case, co-creation of strategy was very positive, engaging exercise with a great outcome. Thirdly, without a process or plan how to execute the change, you cannot execute the content of change, landing nowhere between past and unreachable future. There is a saying that strategy is commodity, what I learned quite recently, and execution is the art, which again, in our case, and 5 years lasting major change, we can only confirm it. Why I'm showing it to you? As an example, idea, and reminder that although you might have a strong desire for change, sizable budgets, or all the approvals from the above, you have internally to be ready in any way possible to ensure efficient and long-lasting effective change, which has to be measured not only through typical and usual financial metrics, but through metrics of teamwork, culture, and the heart count in the first place. Last but not least, there is no change without competent, engaged, and motivated people. And this is what I have witnessed with our IT project. The biggest slowdown, hiccups, and non-delivery we faced at the times our internal teams were not ready or not completed for a needed project. There is no consultant or a vendor who can do it without or instead of you. If you're wondering now if we use this recipe and did it perfectly, of course not, or not at all times at least. But with each cycle, we became a little bit better, learned from our previous mistakes, and are looking forward to the next to happen. So our Erste change story continues. The more time passes, more I'm aware that all types of changes we have in our bank, developmental, transformational, and transitional ones, require personal change in the first place. And now I will ask your admin to remove the presentation and put me on the screen if possible. If it's not happening, I'm going to conclude. But yes, thank you. My final word is that despite all the technological progress, all the digitalization, artificial intelligence, automation, banking is and will be about the people for many years to come. I'm confident that with such devoted, motivated, and talented people we have in our Erste Bank, we can only win in this change journey, and by doing that, make our bank not only good, but a great financial institution for the future. After all, we like to say we do not work in the bank, we work in Erste. And by saying that, this would be everything from my side for you today. Thank you.
Hello there, back again. Fantastic. Right, listen, we have one question come through. Would you trust but validate or empower and hold your managers accountable? What would be in preferred leadership way? Can you hear me?
Now I can.
No, did you hear me then? Did you hear that, what I just said then? No.
No.
Oh, I'd say again. It's okay. It's okay. I'll say it again. So a question here. So would you trust but validate or empower and hold your managers accountable? What would be your preferred leadership way, leadership style? What would you say?
I'm known to be a people's person. So I'm very well connected with all my team members, and there is no successful business in banking nor elsewhere without really empowered people who are working together towards the same goal. So empowering my people, this is my leadership.
That's how you roll. Right. Okay. Fantastic. Right. Listen, that is where we'll stop there. No other questions have come through, but again, that doesn't stop anybody at all reaching out to you. I know you're a figure in the HR world, certainly within the region. They know who you are. People can reach out to you, connect with you, and take conversations forward as well. Jasna, listen, thank you so much for sharing your insights today, and also your time as well, because I know you're very